everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. Today, guys, I'm here, of course, checking out the newest episode of Superman and Lois. I believe this is episode 9, if I remember correctly. Last episode was episode 8 for the break, so I believe this is episode 9. I'm pretty sure. If I am wrong, apologies, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that. But anyways, I'm excited to get into this. Now, the reason why this is more than a day late in terms of my reaction being uploaded, because I normally film the next day, like in the next morning after it aired, and put it out the next day. The reason why this is 2 days later is because I was expecting actually more from the PlayStation Showcase that occurred yesterday when this video would have came out, because we got Spider-Man 2, of course, gameplay and all that. We got a couple other stuff in that PlayStation Showcase that was kind of interesting, but I was expecting maybe more stuff that I could have reacted to. I mean, I could have reacted to more stuff, but I decided not to. But like, I'm gonna delay this and all that kind of stuff, and only about 2 people asked where Superman and Lois was, right? And so, and the more I've thought about it, like, I'm enjoying Superman and Lois season 3. I'm enjoying the season. It's not. Sometimes it's not the best in terms of comparing to season 1 and 2, but I'm still really enjoying season 3 for what it's doing. But there isn't a lot of response from the people watching my videos, watching my reactions. And I know at the end of the day, you know, you do what you want to do on YouTube that you find fun, and regardless of the engagement, you just enjoy it and whatever, and just, you know, whoever wants to, you know, comment or like the video or watch it, that's on them. And I know that. The thing is, though, is like the attention and response to my videos has dropped drastically from seasons 1 and 2 to now season 3 in terms of people actually watching the videos. So it's making me go, you know, I guess I could put these out really whenever, because it just seems like people really don't care as much. And so it is what it is. But I'm excited to see what happens in this episode regardless of all that. And of course, what happened last episode was Bruno's wife, Onomatopoeia. I thought she died. Apparently, she's not dead, but they have her locked up in Argus somewhere. And John Henry Irons is getting his ass beat and all that because he confronted Bruno in his restaurant. And then on top of that, they also found out that Lex was accused and was sent to prison over this murder charges or whatever that he actually didn't do. He was framed. Onomatopoeia, who mimicked his voice in an audio recording that basically made him guilty. So it's pretty interesting. So let's dive into the episode, guys. Let's check out, let's see what happens in this episode, and let's continue on the journey of Superman and Lois, season 3. 17 years ago? What?
Really great event space. Most venues in the city have to be booked a year in advance.
Clark, the space has to represent us as a couple, so I don't care how long it takes. Your scans look really good.
That's good.
Okay, so just one more round of chemo.
Do you mind not telling Mom and Dad about Mr. Cushing yet?
I was hard that he may fire me because you're a careless idiot.
Are you going to the firehouse today?
No. What's that about?
It's me.
Boy.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Bruno's somewhere.
Your boyfriend did turn out to be the head of Inner King's son. Yeah, well,
But he didn't know. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. They're really setting them up.
Talk to me, right?
We don't need this. We don't need it.
Hold on. I'm running this.
It's not a smart idea.
John, this is more my fight than yours.
Bruno wasn't expecting him to be there.
Mr. Mannheim would like to see his wife. Updates on her condition are not enough.
Your wife is a murderer. And a violent superhuman weapon. Pia is dying. I will see my wife.
No, you won't.
One way or another.
That's the red dress. Yeah, that she was just holding.
Please tell me you didn't sell a kidney.
I wish. It was my baseball card collection.
Even your Cal Ripken rookie?
Wow.
Since it was in mint condition, I got a fair price.
Clark would be my date to the Middies.
I can fit in my schedule.
They're both murderers. I know what they've done.
Yeah.
Your emotions play into it. Don't let him cloud your judgment because of everything going on with Lois.
Just saying, if someone has to keep a secret, they get better at it over time. Yeah, you're awesome at it.
Oh, shit.
I keep thinking about just taking my student flight.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, her dad's a drug dealer who stole your truck and punched you in the face. Seems like pretty much the perfect analog, but yeah. Thanks for not seeing my side of things.
He is dying and he can't be with her.
Being empathetic doesn't mean your judgment's compromised.
I mean, I don't know.
You see the best in people, even your enemies.
Yep, the red dress. Yep.
Lois, this is the dress.
I don't want to keep the dress, Clark.
Okay. He's gonna keep it. Yeah. Why does she want to keep it? What's going on?
More like you've lied to me. What you're doing.
He didn't know. That's true.
Have you guys ever killed anyone?
Yes.
Your mother and I, we may not be perfect,
Or
but
killer.
everything
He's
we've done
still lying.
is for you. And
Still
I'll
lying.
stay.
Oh shit. Yep, this is happening. Dude. He ain't fucking around. He did take the dress. I thought he was gonna keep it.
She thinks someone else should enjoy it.
That's all she said. Clark, she's about to lose her breasts.
I know. I want to talk to her about it, but
Oh.
it's
I
her body. And
don't remember that being
just
said
a guy
before.
who's-
Wouldn't you be if you couldn't be with the person you loved?
Yeah, I mean, it's torture.
I don't know what to tell you.
Keep the dress.
Special.
Keep the dress.
It was.
But once this is all said and done, after the surgery, after everything, it's your life and your body.
Oh.
I came to help. You let me take her because in that moment, she meant more to you than anything in the world. How you felt about me, about John Irons,
You promise we'll get to see her.
you have my word. This wasn't me.
Oh.
He made it personal by strapping a bomb to my sister and threatening my family.
We can't answer a threat with another threat.
That is not how we do things. It was my call to make. I may have let you run point on this, but that was clearly a mistake.
Yep.
You're done here.
I've known about the double mastectomy since day one.
I don't remember hearing about this.
And now it's all I can think of.
Maybe I'm just misremembering shit. I don't know.
Can't you do reconstruction?
Oh, that's the problem.
Good.
Because of the kind of cancer that I have, it
Okay.
really depends on how things look after surgery and after radiation.
You're worried about losing.
That is not it.
I think she wins. Since they called It's the Dress, I'm guessing she
This
wins.
kind of thing isn't me.
I have never seen anyone as beautiful as you are right now.
I was there being honored for my mind. It was empowering. I felt like a woman.
You'll feel that way again.
Wake him up.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Oh no.
I said wake him up.
Are they really doing this right now? Yeah, seems like it.
I thought you hated me.
No,
It's not his fault, so
my dad took my phone.
yeah.
Mom's been watching my every move with this crazy look in his eyes.
She nearly killed my dad.
Wait, hold on. Maybe it's not that simple.
Seriously?
Oh no, okay, it's gonna fall apart now.
Things I don't know about my parents, but he's using her as like leverage over my dad.
Yeah, your dad's gone off the deep end too.
I didn't know that.
Now you do.
Matt, I don't care because I love you.
Really? I love you too.
This is bad. I mean, look, I'm glad they're happy, but man, this is
Nice job, John.
their parents and everything. Yeah,
Maybe you two should hug it out.
hug it out.
That'll be fun.
Hug it
I'm good.
out. They're hugging it out.
Just gonna sneak in here.
I'm gonna sneak in.
I think we need to talk about the dress.
It's about the dress. It's always the dress.
Other items to request from the deal indicates here.
Oh. Yep. Shit. That ain't gonna do nothing, man. Exactly. You're fucked.
I was told to make you suffer.
Ain't gonna happen. Superman's gonna come. Or not.
Feel that way.
Talking about the dress while John's getting killed.
Just the night of the gala that we.
Exactly. Oh. Dude. Damn. God damn. Ooh.
I didn't have a choice.
Killed him. Dude.
You always have a choice.
Oh.
Couple scrapes. I'll be fine.
Sure.
Man, you've been acting weird all week. You killed a guy.
He was trying to kill me.
That's
I'm
true.
lucky to be alive.
And what about Mateo's mom?
Where have you been?
Don't worry about it.
You gonna hurt me? Maybe have one of your guys do it? Mateo,
Ooh.
why would you say that? Because that's what you do. You tried to kill Mr. Irons. It's okay, son.
It's not. You fucked up. You shouldn't have done what you did.
Gonna die anytime soon.
Come on, you heard the lawyer.
Bizarro.
Is that Superman? The Superman. It's how I found the cure to save your mom.
Are you kidding me? Stupid Clarence Rhino butt won?
Oh, she didn't win. I thought she won.
How fast do you think you can get this dress off?
Can we at least stop pretending like it's not gonna be weird?
Hey, can we?
Babe, whatever scars you might have, they're just symbols that you survived. We're in this together, babe.
Together.
And I promise you,
Forever.
we'll come out of it stronger.
Aww.
Wow.
That's so sweet. And there you have it. I think overall this episode was pretty solid. Pretty solid. There was actually a pretty good action sequence. I think it was that guy's name Henry or something, whatever. The guy that Bruno, sent after John Henry Irons, and he actually ended up killing because he's like, he was coming after me. He was going to try to kill me. So I had to make a choice, and it's like I had no choice. And Superman is like, no, you always have a choice. He crossed the line, but it's a lot of things going on, a lot of layers of problems. So besides that giant action scene, a lot of just conversations, and that's what I've kind of noticed about the show over the years, is that there's a lot of times where it's just dialogue and character moments. And I think that's what makes the show stand out, because we have a lot of dialogue and character moments within the other DC shows from the CW in terms of the Arrowverse or the Prime, but a lot of the times the dialogue is not up to the level of what Superman and Lois does in terms of their character moments and all that kind of stuff, and the big, heavy-hitting dialogue bits. But the show shines with that. What I think is interesting is that we have Mateo, Bruno's son, and they're not wasting time because we have only 13 episodes. We don't have 15 like the first two seasons. We only have 13 episodes this season. So they're really getting to the point where Mateo is like questioning things, and he even admits when he actually talks to Natalie in the episode when they actually meet up and talk, because Mateo didn't actually know. It's like, I heard rumors about my dad, but I had no idea my mom had powers, and it's crazy. It's like, because he's trying to process it, and Natalie's like, what are you talking about? Your mom is a bad person. Like, she killed people and something like that. But he's literally even more connected to it than Natalie's connection in terms of her dad and everything, being attacked by John Henry Irons and all that kind of stuff, and the lot. But he's like, I just don't understand this. Because I'm pretty sure he knew his mom a certain way and had no clue that she was going around also as automatopoeia and slaughtering people with her fucking vocals, her voice. Her powers, it's insane, She killed the mayor. Like, she killed the former mayor. And of course, all the other murders she's been a part of. So, it's pretty insane. But and then of course, Bruno, when he's confronted by his own son about all this, he still lies. Still lies. Like, what we've done is for you and Hobbs Bay. I think that's what they call it, right? But what we've done for the betterment. It's like, stop lying. You've murdered people. You slaughtered people. But of course, you're not gonna tell your son that. But then he shows Mateo. He shows him. I found like Bizarro Superman. I got all these things. And then here's the kicker. He says Bizarro is how he found a way to save his mom. So, are they implying the way to cure cancer is through Kryptonian DNA? Potentially, I don't know. But this is Superman from the inverse Earth, the other Earth that was, of course, season 2 Bizarro. Like, so, I don't know. Don't know. Interesting. They got to be careful with this, though. They have to be careful. Because the idea of a cure for cancer in the real world is obviously a thing that they're constantly trying to find, and for the show to say here that the way to cure cancer is by being Kryptonian, so sorry to anybody in the real world if there's no Kryptonians, so there's no cure like that. Got to be careful with that kind of thing. But apparently it's something new with Bizarro that can save Pia's life. The whole thing with Bruno not being able to see Pia, and of course her son Mateo not being able to see her either, because John Henry Irons and DOD are like, no. And I think it said Argus in the intro. Apologies for that. But the DOD and John are like, who's taking point until he was told to go home because he's, like, it's too personal for him to be a part of this. They should not let him take point at all and kind of running this operation. But they're like, we're not gonna let you see her until you give us what we want, all the things you stole. And he's like, well, okay, then I'll find her one way or another. I'll see her one way or another. No, they're not gonna let you see her at all. And so Bruno was not going to give in. And here's the kicker. Bruno sends his guys after John, after he gets back, gets Natalie. Of course, Natalie's like freaking like, I got no phone, got this tracker device or whatever. Then uses that like nightstick or whatever that is like really deadly or whatever. It like transforms like a lightsaber. And then that's when, of course, they go and arrest. Well, they don't arrest Bruno, but they basically put him under arrest while they're searching his home, because he's not arrested, because he's fine later on. But Clark gets there first. Superman. I have to say that just to make sure it's not like, okay, Clark shows up. It's the reporter. But Superman shows up and he goes, you know, I give you my word, if you give back the items that they're asking for, you will see her. You will see her. He's like, well, if these items do return, you know, and he was about to go with it. Then John shows up, gets him under house arrest, and until they are done searching his whole place. Then John's sent home because realizing it's too much. He's connected too much, and he's the constant back and forth. It's a war between John Henry Irons and Bruno Mannheim. It's a constant war going on, so it needed to stop. But of course it doesn't stop, because like I mentioned, Bruno sends, you know, I think it's Henry Miller or something, you know, whatever, that might have been his name, I don't know, sends that guy who was presumed dead, but he's still alive, and now he's here attacking John. And then John, his suit is still not repaired, obviously from the last episode. I said last week, but we didn't have an episode last week, but the last episode. And then of course Superman shows up. There's a pretty good fight. Superman is sent flying away when they're fighting in downtown Smallville. And then here comes the hammer. And John makes a decision. Now, John killing him, I think, was probably not the smart move. Probably not the best move. However, his point is still valid. Bruno sent him to go after John to kill him. So John had to make a choice. Was it the right choice? No. But he has to live with that now. He has to live with killing that guy who was only doing Bruno's bidding because he would have been dead at some point too, but he's still around. But, you know, I don't know. It's a whole messy situation. So all this is going on. We also have some flashbacks to when Lois, 17 years ago, when Lois gets the red dress from Clark, who sold all of his baseball cards, even this like really rare rookie card or whatever. I think they mentioned it twice. I don't remember. Gets the red dress. She doesn't win. And I thought when he's like, this is the dress, I thought that was implying she won, and she did not win. But, you know, regardless, it was interesting to see some flashbacks to kind of see the Daily Planet and to kind of see, you know, them, you know, kind of before their wedding. And then they find they're going to be married to the farm, which is pretty interesting. And then at the end of the episode, so I'm tying into the red dress. I'll get to the other main thing about Lois in a second and just make sure I'm not bypassing that. But then they float up together at the end when they get dressed up again like they were 17 years ago. Now, she has a little beanie just in case, you know, with her hair and everything, and they're floating up. So they start floating up slowly, loving on each other, being together. And this all ties in because the reason why she doesn't want the red dress, and I don't... Now, see, I think they may have mentioned it. I just don't think it connected in my head because I don't think they said that this is removal of breast surgery. They called it something... They said the other term for it in terms of the surgery. I'm not a medical person. I have no idea. Like, my wife is a medical person. She probably would have picked that up immediately, but since she's not watching the show, I just never processed, oh, they're meaning breast removal surgery. I didn't know that was happening. I didn't realize that till now. Maybe I missed something. I might have did miss something, but still. Pretty intense. But that's why Lois wants to get rid of the dress. But ultimately it's because she doesn't know how she's going to feel about herself once it happens. Because it has to occur. Based off of the final chemo treatment coming up, which apparently she's doing better. Not completely better, but she's doing better. but now she's having a lot of emotional things, which I think Lana comes in and actually talks to her and kind of helps her out, but still it's, a lot to process. And I'm glad that even though Lana had the conversation with Lois, it still didn't completely fix and help her, because ultimately this is a life-changing thing for a woman to go through, to have their breast removed because of a cancer situation or whatever it may be. It's a lot. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, look, if Bruno finds a way about this whole Bizarro thing and how it's gonna help Pia, I don't know, I'm guessing it's the DNA of Bizarro, Kryptonian DNA. Maybe that's implying that we're gonna save Lois too. I have no clue, because like the thing is, the Bruno storyline with Pia and the cancer she has and Lois's cancer, it's all, I already knew it was all going to tie in at some point, so I'm guessing this is the tie-in point. That's my guess. And then, of course, we had a little bit with Jonathan and Jordan still being kind of meh with each other, and they hugged out at the end. So they're okay for now, until something else happens. As we know, there's because when Jordan's like at the beginning of the episode, he's like, I'll lay low for a while. I'm like, something's gonna happen. Not in this episode. I thought something was gonna happen in this episode, but no, not really. But overall, pretty solid episode of the show. So what do you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, please let me know in the comments below. I will talk to you guys soon. Hopefully we'll have another good episode. I think there's a new episode next week. I think there is. Anyways, talk to you guys soon. Peace out.